Oh, baby, what a busy Thursday. Thanks again to Larry the Cable Guy and Alan Parsons for checking in. You can find both those interviews online at vintage931.com. Tonight, the blues is alive and very well at the Redstone Room inside the River Music Experience in downtown Davenport. It's such a great space. And you can see these gentlemen tonight. $15 in advance, $17 at the door. Albert Cummings and the crew are in the studio. Gentlemen, how are you doing, gentlemen?
Good morning. We're doing excellent.
Albert, thank you for coming, man.
Hey, thanks for having us.
I appreciate it. You have become friends with our very own Pippa, apparently.
Yes, I have.
And this worked out really well.
Yeah, she's been the trooper to get us in here.
So you and I'm not trying to disrespect you by saying this, but would it be fair to say that Albert Cummings is like if Bob Vila played the blues?
No, that wouldn't be fair to say though, because Bob Vila can't play the blues.
but you, sir, in addition to being a blues rock star, you still do, or you did build houses, or what?
Well, I did for many years.
Okay,
and music is taken off, so I'm.
I love it.
If the fish are biting, I'm reeling them in.
So introduce everybody that's in the room with you right now.
All right. Well, on bass over here, we have Mr. Sven Larson, and he's from the Boston area. And over on drums, we have Mr. Warren Grant, who is smiling right now. He's from New York City, but he's originally from Houston, so don't get too mad at him when you say, New York City.
Well, it's not too often that we have people from New York City in Muscatine, Iowa, so thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
Warren's been talking about this the whole trip.
Has he?
Yeah.
It's a very scenic drive from the Quad Cities to Muscatine, isn't it? Just a lot of open land and farms and... So Albert, I think we have something in common because growing up outside Chicago, my mom was and still is a big fan of Stevie Ray Vaughan. So the importance that Stevie Ray Vaughan played in your life, and was he a big influence? Talk about that.
Well, I think not only was it a big influence, he was the influence for me. That really opened up the whole door when I get into the blues world. If it wasn't for Stevie, I didn't even know it existed out there. So, and I think Stevie did that for a lot of people. He brought a lot of people and said, "What's blues? What do you mean? I don't understand." And even today, we tell people, "Yeah, we're like a blues rock band." They look at us like, "What? Aren't you like singing depressing music with an acoustic guitar and a slide and sitting there in a striped pinstripe suit and like, you know?"
Right.
So, Stevie opened this door, and once I got to study a little bit of where Stevie came from, then I opened the next door, and then, first guy you hit is Albert King, and then you hit B.B. King, you hit Freddie King, you just go down this hallway of all these great players. And it's endless. It's totally endless. And so, yeah, Stevie was not only personally and individually my biggest inspiration. He really introduced me to this whole world.
So you released an album last year, Someone Like You, and you work with David Z, who's produced people like Buddy Guy, right?
Yeah, Buddy Guy, Prince, like you name it, man. That guy's.
So how do you hook up with a David Z?
Well, just through mutual connections. You know, the longer you're in this, the more people you meet, and
sure,
and the world's all connected by three people in the music world. So
right. Like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right?
Yeah, except it's like 2 or 3 people actually in music because everybody knows each other. It's a small world, even though it's huge.
I love that.
So, yeah. And, David brought me to L.A., and L.A. was absolutely mind-blowing because that album was, we did that basically in 3 days. It's a live studio album.
Wow.
And David's like, yeah, I'm going to, he'd send me videos of these cats and like, hey, check out this guy and check out this guy. So I was like, had this menu of these videos, and I'd pick. I think that guy would be great. I think this guy would be great. Yeah, that's going to be great. That's how we like picked it. And when I get out there, I had no idea who I picked. So when I get there, I meet Mike Finnegan on keyboards, and Mike is, presently Bonnie Raitt's keyboard player, and played with Crosby, Stills and Nash for 15 years. So was Joe Cocker's keyboard player. Everybody the greatest. And then I meet Reggie McBride on bass, and Reggie is Stevie Wonder's bass player.
Jeez.
And then Tony Bronicle plays with Taj Mahal, and on drums Tony was, and played with Taj Mahal, and Robert Cray, and he's out with Eric Burden. I mean, these guys are like the A-team of L.A. And then to top it all off, Jimmy Vivino from Conan
Right.
says, "Hey man, you're like a couple blocks from me. You mind if I stop by and join you for a song?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I would hate that." And so Jimmy stopped by and spent like the whole day with us and did 3 tracks with us. So
Wow.
I mean, the whole album was just like, it was awesome. It was the first week of January 2015 is when we recorded that, and I'm just like, it just went like clockwork.
It's an amazing story, and the fact that it was done so quickly too, right? And
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, and what's cool about it is the songs that were on it, they were created that week. I mean, I brought those out there as little ideas,
right.
and we'd go in the studio and cut them. And David was like, "Yeah, you're going to do everything live, no safety nets, nothing. You're just doing it." And I'm like, "Yeah, right, okay." And sure enough, we did. And like, I'd be like, "I forgot the vocal. I mean, I made up that verse right there." David's like, "I love it, man. You're not touching it."
Wow.
So that's the album.
I love that. That's such an organic way to put out an album.
Yeah, well, in today's world, it is for
Right.
sure, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
when you get in the studio, you learn all the tricks, and when you listen to the radio, not like one like this, of course.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
You can identify.
This is awesome. I could totally.
Yeah.
I wish we had these stations everywhere, and thank everybody for listening, because supporting radio stations like this is what really helps us get out in the world. So,
Well, I appreciate that, and the ability that we have to play artists like yourself and not have to answer to some giant conglomerate that's controlled by some rich banker or whatever that doesn't care about what you do in Muscatine, Iowa. It's a beautiful thing. We get to do it every day, and we don't take it for granted. So, without further ado, let's hear some music. How does that sound?
all right.
Albert Cummings live tonight, Redstone Room in Davenport. Gentlemen, take it away, please.
Gypsy woman told my mama a little while before I was born, "Lord, you got a boy child coming along. He's gonna be a son of a gun. He gonna take pretty women, lead them by the hand. Then the world wanna know about that hoochie coochie man. You know I'm here. Oh, you know I'm here, baby. I'm your hoochie coochie mastery, baby. Oh, you know I'm here, baby. I got a black cat bone, baby. I got a John the Conqueror. Oh, I got a John the Conqueror, baby. I'm gonna mess with you. I'm gonna take you, girl, where you never ever been. And when I'm done with that, baby, I'm gonna take you right back again. You know I'm here. Oh, everybody knows I'm here. I'm your hoochie coochie man, sweet baby. Oh yeah, you know I'm. On the 7th hour, on the 7th day, on the 7th month, baby, 7 doctors say you was born for good love, and that you'll see. I got $700, baby. I said, don't you mess with me. Yeah, you know. I'm your hoochie coochie man, sweet baby. Oh, baby, you know. I'm your hoochie coochie man, sweet baby. Oh, baby, you know. I'm your hoochie coochie man, sweet baby. Oh, baby, you know.
Albert Cummings, thank you. That was great. You know how I know that was great is when my personal cell phone is blowing up with text messages from people. What's their name again? Where are they going to be at? What time's the show?
Nice.
Where is it at? So again, Albert Cummings, downtown Davenport, the Redstone Room inside the River Music Experience. Tickets are $15 in advance. 17 the night of. Man, that sounded good.
Oh, thanks. I couldn't quite hear it. Can you give me a little more of my guitar in here? Or is it all just one mix? I'm sorry to talk about this on air, but
no, I'm sure we can get that.
This is important radio announcements here. I need more guitar.
Man, you know, I wake up at 4 every day, and waking up at 4 is tough. So you guys officially just woke me up. Thank you. I needed that. I am energized now. So at the show tonight, people can expect, obviously, you can do some dancing at this show, right? I mean,
it's pretty much a party.
Good.
That's what it'll be.
That's what I figured. It seemed like everybody in the band likes to have a good time, and you encourage the audience to do the same. Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Definitely come out, and you're crisscrossing the country. I mean, you're on tour for a long time, right? I mean,
this is like about 3.5 week run.
Wow, love it. So, do you find like when you take a break, you get bored? Because it seems like a lot of these artists. I mean, I was talking to Alan Parsons early today. That's a guy that's 66 and still touring, and it's almost like you don't know what to do with yourself when you're not making music. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's nothing more fun than this. So
right.
When you're not doing it, it's not fun.
Yeah. Probably gets a little boring.
That's technically speaking, of course.
People can check you guys out. You're very active on social media, which I appreciate. And how important has that been, Albert? I mean, that it's Facebook and the Twitters of the world been around for a few years now, but it's really a nice way to connect with fans, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's the greatest thing for bands ever, man. I mean, we're. If you guys are streaming live right now, who knows who's listening to us?
Right,
So
exactly.
That's what's nice about it. And of course, we announced it, and I'm sure there are people that are listening. So,
AlbertCummings.com, same thing on Facebook. Search and hit like and see him tonight. Again, the latest release, Someone Like You, is available everywhere music is sold. When you put it out, did you release it on vinyl at all? Was it strictly digital and CDs or what?
It's digital and CDs, but
okay.
The next album, I mean, vinyl is actually coming back, and people are requesting it and wanting it. So the next one we're gonna do is gonna have some vinyl.
Yeah, and I imagine that vinyl record would sound so good, especially if the process that like you did with Someone Like You, where it was so organic and almost a one take, and now it's being laid as a track. I mean, imagine that on vinyl. Jeez Louise. All right, so let's do. You want to do two more, one more song? What do you?
Hey, we're here, man. We're all
right. Let's
do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You want to give away some tickets or something?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's play one more song. We'll do a giveaway. Take a quick break. We'll come back and do one more. Is that fair? All right, Albert Cummings and the boys in studio and live tonight in Davenport. Go see him.
tell about the secrets you keep. When there's a down, there's no doubt. No doubt about it. When there's a down, there's no doubt. No doubt about it. What you gonna do when the truth comes out? You don't treat me like you used to, baby, and I think I know why. Well, it hurts me so bad, baby, down deep inside. I spend my days with tears in my eyes, trying to make myself believe your alibi. When there's a doubt, there's no doubt. No doubt about it. When there's a doubt, there's no doubt. No doubt about it. What you gonna do? Oh, when the truth comes out. What you gonna do? Oh, when the truth comes out. What you gonna do? Oh, when the truth comes out.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. That's great. I appreciate it, guys. So you want to give away tickets and maybe a CD right now? Is that cool?
That would be awesome.
All right. So let's do this. We'll take caller number 3 to make it easy. And the phone, look at that. The phone's lit up. You see that? Warren, you saw that? How fast the phone started ringing? Didn't even have to say anything. 563-263-9393 will make you a winner, and you can see these gentlemen tonight live in concert at the Redstone Room inside the River Music Experience in downtown Davenport. We're going to take a very quick break right now and come back one more song with Albert Cummings and the boys. You're listening to Vintage Sound 93.1 FM out of Muscatine, Iowa. Hold tight, y'all.
Back to more of the Tony Tone Show on Muscatine's Vintage Sound 93.1.
All right, 22 minutes after 10 o'clock. The phones are still ringing. That's a really good sign. Congrats to Kevin. He was caller 3. He's going tonight to the Redstone Room in downtown Davenport inside the River Music Experience to see Albert Cummings, who is right over there. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks again for doing this. I really appreciate it. A question, Albert, that I ask a lot of people when I talk to them, because I can't play any instruments, right? I never have been able to. I guess I would like to, but I have like a 3.5-year-old and a 15-month-old, and sometimes I just want to take a nap.
Right.
So, and that's what I'm good at. Advice that you have for young players and people that are in bands that are trying to do this for a living or just not fall out of love, because it seems like the music business can be a cold mistress sometimes, right?
Yeah, and there's also a bad side to it.
Yeah.
Well, my saying that I guess I'm getting feedback on these mics as I get too close. But that's my saying for every player, everybody. I don't care what you do, but it's a quote, and I think Oscar Wilde is the guy that said this quote, and I love this quote. But it's "Be yourself, because everybody else is taken."
Nice. Yeah.
And in my opinion, there's two types of musicians. There's creators, and then there's the people that play what the creators created. And the majority of musicians are the performers, are the guys that go out and play somebody else's stuff. So the more you're yourself, the more you're trying to do your own thing and not trying to be somebody else, that's the gift that you have to offer to everybody else. So do that. Don't try to play somebody else's stuff because it's already been done.
I love that.
Yeah, so there's your words of wisdom today, ladies and gentlemen.
That's courtesy of Albert Cummings.
Thank you very much.
First lesson,
I'll be here all week.
Free. Second lesson,
Literally.
Right? He's literally been here for a
Yeah,
few days.
yeah. I've been camping
That's how
out.
we made this happen
That's
in the
right.
morning. Because
Yes.
I don't know if you know this, people listening, but normally musicians, I don't want to say you don't wake up early in the morning, but doing live radio and playing after usually gigging late at night, that doesn't happen that often, does it? You would prefer this if I did an afternoon show, but I'm glad that you're here is what I'm getting at.
No, we were just actually hoping that it'd be a little bit earlier, but we understand people have to, get time to get up in the morning. So
You could have come at 6 a.m. if you wanted to. I could have called you when I woke up at 4. Hey guys, you ready?
Yeah.
Come on
That'd have
down. There's no traffic ever, but at that point specifically.
Yeah, I had the number mixed up. I was trying.
All right. Again, go to the website, albertcummings.com, Facebook, and see them tonight, please. You're going to enjoy yourself, and I definitely want you to go out and have a good time in Davenport. Gentlemen, if you would be so kind, let's go one more song, and then we'll wrap things up, okay?
All righty then.
Thank you.
Say what I feel, and I mean just what I say. Sometimes certain people always take me the wrong way. Well, now I never hold back. I always tell it like it is. If I hurt your feelings, you're too sensitive. I tell it like it is. I tell like it is. Don't ask if you don't want to know what's on my mind, 'cause I'll give you an honest answer every single time. single time. My Lord, I'll give you an honest answer every single time.
Oh, I love it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
It's so much fun to listen to. And
Thanks everybody around here too. Everybody's been so fun and so nice, and we really appreciate it. And we can't wait to see everybody tonight.
You got a lot of love in the Midwest, don't
Thank
you?
you. Yeah. I mean, people out here like music. It's really,
Yeah.
it's different from coming from the Northeast.
Wait a minute? Are you trying to tell me that people in Boston don't? Is that a good Boston accent? By the way,
yeah, you'll have to ask Sven about Boston.
Yeah.
I'm from like 3 hours this side of Boston. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
They taught us to pronounce R's there. So
So is it khakis or is it car keys? I always get that.
it's a khakis. Yeah.
My khakis.
It's a
Look at
khakis.
my khakis over here.
Yeah, it's wicked.
Yeah. Don't confuse. Listen, don't confuse Albert Cummings from being from Boston. Okay, he's from 3 hours across the
Yeah,
state.
that's right.
That's right. All
Sorry,
right.
I'm out in the hills.
Are you? Wait a minute. Are you still a Red Sox fan though?
Of course.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I guess we couldn't. We could have been friends up until that point.
Yeah. Well, hey.
You know, it's all right. The Cubs are going to win the World Series, and then you'll be excited for me when that happens, right?
Yeah, I'm going to call you and congratulate you.
All right, man. Thank you again. I
Hey,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
the time.
Thank
The
you
show
so much.
tonight at the Redstone Room, downtown Davenport, at the River Music Experience. Have fun, okay?
All right, I will.
Thank you. And how about a special shout out to Pippa, ladies and gentlemen? Pippa.
Hey, Pippa.
She's probably not awake, but if she is, shout out to Pippa.
She actually said she would not be awake.
At least she's honest, though, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, she's working
yes.
a little too late. Uh huh.